Hi, so this is like my first proper weekend after exams. I mean, I did have last weekend, but that was like before I got my marks and stuff. So I was very stressed out. But now I know my marks and I've accepted whatever happened. So this video is going to be like a week of me getting back into studying, getting back into a routine, waking up early again, trying to exercise because I don't move at all. And generally I feel like a mess. And I don't know if you can see my room, but it's also a mess. So I'm going to clean my room right now. I have done everything. I have cleaned my room, I have gotten ready, I've had my lunch and stuff, and now I'm free to do all my studying finally at 3:30 p.m. So I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to make a to-do list. I had a full-on plan, like I'd made this whole thing, but because I didn't study for the past 2 or 3 days, kind of went off track. So I'm going to rework this plan and get back to you. Okay, so I'm going to make myself start with Hindi because I always procrastinate Hindi. So here I'm just studying Muhavre, which is basically a Vyakran chapter. Well, it's not technically a chapter, I don't know, it's a part of our syllabus, and basically these are like muhavres from every literature chapter that we're doing, and we just have to know their meaning and they can ask MCQs on it. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just like writing all of them down, trying to understand the meanings, trying to remember the meanings. Some of them have such close meanings, it's so annoying to try to figure out what they mean. And it's very difficult to guess also because they aren't exactly literal. So this is like an extremely annoying part. The weather is so nice these days, it's like motivating me to study. Like the slight chill in the air, but like it's not horrifyingly cold. I just made the nicest chai ever. And now I'm watching YouTube while I drink chai, and then I will do a Hindi past paper. Actually, it's not a past paper, it's just like a sample paper because there are no past papers because it's the first time we're doing the MCQ term 1 term 2 thing for CBSE, so that's great. So here I'm doing maths. Maths has really been making me go insane lately after the maths exam, which went badly, even though it was the exam that I studied for the most for. The thing is that I studied enough, but I just did not study the right way. I did not do enough MCQ questions because I was a dumb idiot and thought that doing regular type questions would be enough for an MCQ exam. But no, it wasn't. I also didn't do a single practice paper, and that's why I ran out of time. I've done all this bakwas in the last video, but like I'm still upset about it. So here I'm doing maths, and yeah, it's just like I've been like pushing myself to do maths, but it just makes me so angry and just makes me slightly lose my mind every time I do it. Why did I do this? So here I'm making mind maps for my first chapter of SPL, or social and political life, which is basically like what I do is that I will read a portion of the chapter, and I've already memorized it for my pre-board, so I remember it, but like I'll just revise it once, and then from memory I'll try to write down whatever I remember onto the mind map, and then whatever I get wrong I'll just cut it out and write the correct thing, or I'll just be like, okay, yeah, I know this. Moving on. Look at this absolutely gorgeous mind map. On this day I was doing a maths practice paper, and basically it was like longer than our actual exam is supposed to be. Like our actual exam is supposed to be 1.5 hours long, and we're supposed to do 40 questions, but for this thing there were 50 questions, and yeah, and I decided to do all of them. So I gave myself 2 hours instead of 1.5, which isn't exactly proportional, but I can't handle time constraints anyway. So I'm trying to like force myself into working into very short periods of time and just learning how that works. Also, by the way, like throughout this video, I've mostly only shown the productive parts and like when I'm actually on top of my shit, but I'm not all the time because I was also having a lot of fun this week. I went out a lot this week and yeah, I had fun and I just like tried to balance my time. And yeah, I just kind of want to say that because I don't know, I don't want to make it seem like I study all day or anything because I literally don't. If I did, I wouldn't be spending 5 hours making videos like this.